Hello, welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 196, Black Metal. My name is Eric.
I'm Jason. That was pretty metal.
Yeah. I did give the horns well in advance.
Yeah, and you are wearing your bullet belt.
Yep. And my bracelet made out of 10-inch nails.
And there's a guy in here giving you an obituary logo back tattoo right now.
Right. And of course we both have on our corpse paint.
Well,
Yeah. And we just burned down a church.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And killed our other band members.
Yep.
We killed Joji. Just to prove how metal we are.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jenny.
That's alright. I mean, it's not like we're not going to have his head on a pike as we perform.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's here with us. In spirit.
Not really, he's burning in hell.
Oh.
Because Satan.
Oh, yeah. That's right, the Dark Lord. I always forget.
How's it going?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah. How about yourself?
I'm doing alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like you got some energy this fine Monday evening.
I just had me a meal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Watched some hilarity on the TV.
Yeah.
Chewing gum, drinking water.
Wow.
This is
You're
this is
living
my
the
life.
life. You're living the life, man. Does it get much better than this? I don't think it does.
No, I don't think so.
I wouldn't be aware of it if it is out there something better.
I mean, if it got any worse, I'd have to kill myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I hope that gum never runs out.
No, it won't. Because gum lasts forever.
Yeah.
All the flavor and the mintiness.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what they say about gum, right?
I'd imagine so.
Right.
I don't read gum advertisements.
I'm not talking about advertisements. I'm talking about word of mouth.
Oh.
I'm talking about the man on the
Like
street.
testimonials. You're talking about. Okay. I don't hear a lot of, you don't hear enough gum testimonials these days. This is too bad.
It is too bad.
Your Hubba Bubba, turncoats. They've gone away from praising the prestige of the Hubba Bubba.
I was always a bubble yum man.
Were you a bubble?
Yeah.
Did you ever do bubble tape?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One thing I never did, always wanted. Big League Chew.
You never did the Big League Chew.
Never did it.
Oh my god. I actually saw a pack of that the other day when Kathleen and I went to a Speedway.
Yeah.
I was like, Big League Chew, awesome. See, I would constantly want to buy a Big League Chew and, and buy it if I had the money because
Right.
my dad chewed chewing tobacco.
Right.
And it was like the same thing, only,
That was gum.
yeah,
Right.
gum and not gross.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and it didn't make you super high if you ever,
Right.
with that nicotine, it was like, it'd be like a nicotine adrenaline syringe,
Yeah. Chewing tobacco is gross.
Yeah.
It's
really
the
is.
worst. But anyway. Yeah, I never did that. I don't know why.
No Big League Chew. Maybe one will show up on your doorstep one of these days.
Yeah, I'm not gonna chew it now.
No, not anymore.
No.
No.
I mean, I guess unless it's, if it's sugar free, sure.
No, okay. All right.
I'll do it then. This is boring.
Welcome to Gum Talk. If you have a gum testimonial, email it to eric@guttertrash.net.
Yeah, do that. Because that email address doesn't exist.
Oh, does it?
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Hey, you want to talk about black metal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know we're all corpse painted up.
Right,
Joe's
right.
Joe's corpse is lying here.
Right. He is festering.
You're getting your tattoo. Yeah,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
not? Why not? Black metal. So I've never really been a fan of the genre of music called black metal.
And I'm not a huge fan either. Some of it's okay.
Like, I think I could totally get into the actual music, but only if I knew the performers didn't take it seriously.
Right.
And unfortunately, I'd say I feel like a good 99% of them totally take it way too seriously.
I would probably agree with that. Maybe 95.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things I don't want to, associate, the person with, their art.
Right.
But, I'll just put it out there right now. I've been looking for something to put for a song for this episode.
Right.
Between this segment and the next. And I've been having the damnedest time trying to find something that is A, short.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of them are kind of long.
B, sounds good. And is also maybe not written by a neo-Nazi, church-burning murderer.
Yeah. Oh, so you have to meet all three of those stringent criteria?
Well, there's a band I really do like, called Nachtmystium. They are a black metal band out of, I believe, Chicago. Maybe. They're good. They're really good. As far as I can tell, they really don't have any sort of, political leanings in their music.
Right.
They just want to play.
They just like the genre.
Right. And they add, they have, some psychedelic sounds, and they have, keyboards, I think, in the band. So, it's a distinct sound that a lot of other black metal bands I've heard don't have.
Right. Wow.
But I already used a song by them, a year ago. Exactly a year ago. It just seems, maybe too soon to use them again.
No, that's not too soon.
I know, but I'm picky.
Yeah. Black metal from Chicago, that's not what I would have...
Right.
You wouldn't expect that.
They're typically, from Norway or Sweden or the Nordic countries.
Yeah, and for some reason they were from North America. I would maybe think Alaska, Canada, Wisconsin, somewhere where it's at least snowy and slightly...
Well, we've been to Chicago. It's during the winter.
Yeah,
it's super cold out there.
That is true. Yeah.
But the city of Chicago does a really good job of cleaning up the snow.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
But yeah, for some reason, the cold places are definitely associated with black metal. We learned a little bit when we watched Headbanger's Journey.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know too much about the music genre anyway. Other than some of it is listenable, some of it is really not.
Right, yeah. It seems like there's been a lot of keyboard in the ones I have heard.
Right. This is more, the ones I've heard that have a lot of keyboard in it are definitely more... I would say symphonic in nature.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely going for big and, overtures
right.
and epics and, either that or they go folksy.
Right.
I've heard a lot of folk black metal bands. But this one, the Nachtmystium seems to be going more for almost a, Doorsy.
Oh wow, really?
Psychedelic 60s.
That is
kind
strange, yeah.
Synth vibe. Yeah.
I'm curious to hear that.
It's pretty good. I enjoy it.
Yeah, but, my problem with black metal, the genre, not the comic, is we clearly...
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We can't... we love metal.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say.
Oh, yeah.
We can't not talk about the genre of music that this book is named after.
Well, I think the one of the big stepping stones for me enjoying that genre, and, it's something that... all extreme forms of music, if you consider, hardcore punk extreme or
right.
noise or whatever, it is really hard to associate the artist and their lifestyle and their air quotes message,
right?
To just associate,
yeah.
Because it's not like some guy that's just writing a rock song or a ballad or whatever. It's like they live this crazy lifestyle,
right.
And they also play this music that is an expression of that lifestyle.
Right.
And out of all the extreme forms of music, the black metal lifestyle is the only lifestyle that I fucking hate.
Right.
Like, I think those guys are, mostly douchebags.
Right.
Like the ones that are, like, extreme about it, like
Right.
we are so badass and we kill the people. And,
Right.
like, douchery.
Yeah, like Burzum and, Mayhem. And I think there's the same guy anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, the ones that, even if they're not, like, out there, like, burning a church or, like, killing someone, like, they think it's cool.
Right,
right. And, like, like, that's, yeah, I don't know. It just turns my stomach. But some of the music is good. Right. So I'd love to, like, hear a band like the one you're talking about. I forget what their name was. Noctimistium, yeah. Yeah, I'd be curious to, like, hear one that I didn't hate the people who made the music.
Right. I think part of that just comes from, I think it just the nature of fandom. If you hear something that you like, you then start researching about it.
Right.
And so, if you just heard, a black metal band, and we're just like, well, this sounds cool, and then didn't immediately jump onto Wikipedia to see, like, what that band was about.
Right.
And then to find out that, they fuck small children.
Oh, right.
On stage. It's just, if you didn't learn that, you'd probably be okay with the music.
Yeah.
And you'd be fine never knowing anything about them. But, it's just that sort of, I don't know if it's an obsessiveness or...
Well, they kind of put it out there, too. Like,
they do put it out there, but, at the same time, you could just assume, that they're just putting on an act or whatever.
Right, that's true. Because, I'm sure there's some guy in, like, like some band that I really do love who does some despicable thing on a weekly basis, and I don't know about it, and I don't even know which band it is, so, yeah, so, like, it doesn't, bother me because I'm not aware of it, but...
I think Andrew Bird fists cats.
That's possible. It's quite possible.
There chose because that is the most recent musician you have talked about. There was another one I was trying to think of, but I couldn't pull it.
Poison?
No.
Because those guys probably did fist cats.
Probably, yeah. At least back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Well, the 80s was crazy. I fisted cats in the 80s.
But yeah, they do put on that air that they're all dangerous.
Yeah, and like
right, but
overly serious about it.
Right,
not like when Cinderella comes off as like we're dangerous.
Right,
lock up your daughters. Like that's fun, and you're like, yeah, whatever. You got more lipstick on than the daughter does.
Right. But, like I said, it's music, so ideally, this should only be an auditory sensation that we get. Right. In a perfect world, we would never know what any of those people look like.
Yeah.
Or, what persona they're putting up on stage.
Right.
But, so you can chalk stuff like that up to sort of, like you could almost forgive someone for thinking that, they're just, trying to, be like an extreme Alice Cooper,
Yeah.
Just playing it all up, as big as possible.
Right.
And, the whole persona is to take it seriously and all that stuff. And, maybe they're super nice guys when they're off stage and out of the makeup.
Right.
But, like I said, just sort of the nature of the modern age and fandom, it's like, ooh, I like this. What is it about? Look it up on Wikipedia and, they murdered people.
Yeah.
They've been in jail where they recorded 6 albums.
That's pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
The whole, yeah, because even on that video we watched, the guy was talking about how he can just walk around, like it's pretty loose, as far as like, once they get in prison for murder, they can leave, for like a week and come back, record some albums. It's like, are you really in prison at that point? I don't know.
Yeah. So black metal does not exactly have a shining reputation.
Yeah, at least not for us. Like I've never been like a super fan of black metal because of its lack of fun.
Right. And also, I mean, a lot of it is very repetitive and very unoriginal. Just musically speaking.
Right.
Like it's just, I mean, I can listen to like 4 songs in a row by, like Marduk and Burzum and, Dimmu Borgir and, not really be able to tell the difference between any of them.
Right. Oh, we're getting old.
Huh?
The kids and their music, it all sounds the same.
Well, yeah, we are getting old. But, I mean, it's a lot of it is just, everybody trying to out-scream and riff each other.
Right.
And there's no real originality to it, it seems, other than, how can we design our face paint differently?
Right. How can we make it just a little more extreme?
Right.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of artistry in black metal.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not steeped on the genre, but...
Right, and neither am I. I'm just pulling this from, what little I do know and what little I've experienced.
Right.
And again, some of it's good, some of it's really good. But, you gotta think that that's probably the cream rising to the top, and that there are probably thousands of black metal bands out there that all don't do a goddamn thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think my girlfriend has, recently started listening to some black metal.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll ask her what a couple of, actual good ones are. And
Right.
get a feel for it. So having that background,
yeah,
we came into the comic book black metal.
Exactly. Which has very little to do with anything we talked about.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean,
it's marginally there.
Right. There's a black metal band inside the
yeah. Okay, maybe I'll put it this way. This is black metal as a comic book, but with a sense of fun.
Yeah, exactly. This comic is what I wish the music genre was like.
Right. Exactly. So this is written by Rick Spears, drawn by Chuck Beebe. Rick Spears, of course, we reviewed Teenagers from Mars a while back.
He wrote that book as well.
Yes, he did. So he must like some music.
Yeah, he does.
Keeps incorporating it into his writing.
I
don't know, I just kind of yanked that out of my ass.
That's probably true, then.
Fair.
I mean, I think there was a lot of Misfits and whatnot T-shirts and Teenagers from Mars.
Right. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
The name of the
right.
So this book is published by Oni.
Mm-hmm.
It is volume 1.
Kind of looks like a manga, sort of.
Kinda. It's digest sized. I think they're trying to, I don't mean this in any negative kind of way, but I think they're maybe trying to capitalize a little bit on the Scott Pilgrim phenomena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, it is digest sized, black and white, and based around music.
Right.
With some supernatural happenings.
And kind of a similar art style, too.
Similar art style, yeah, very cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
Crisp at times.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good use of black and white and gray tones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Before I really get into any kind of review, which is what I am painfully trying to extract out of my head right now, and I apologize for it, I will say this. This is the best 15 cents I've ever spent.
That's crazy. Man.
Bought this book for 15 cents, guys.
I know he didn't buy it at Mavericks because, I thought our 25% off deal was good, but he found a store that does 99.9% off of all graphic novels all the time, even if you special order them. And we're going to keep it a well-kept secret. We're not going to tell you where it was. No, just kidding. No, such a magical place doesn't exist.
No, not really.
You just lucked out.
I did. I've been wanting to read this book for a while. And so I decided to see if maybe I could find a deal on it on Amazon, and lo and behold, 15 cents.
That's a good deal.
It's an incredibly good deal.
It doesn't look like it had ever been read.
No.
Like it wasn't like soiled or anything.
No. When I got it, it had a like almost a Books and Company type sticker on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So it obviously came from some sort of retail store at some point.
Right.
They never took off that sticker that they put on it. But 15 cents, man.
What a deal.
I mean, it costs $3 to ship, but
oh yeah, totally worth it. Yeah, what's the cover price on this thing?
$12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I cannot find Volume 2 for the same deal. But
there's Volume 2 out already?
Yes, there is.
Ooh, okay.
I think those are the only 2 volumes out.
Yeah. Same creative team?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, cool. Wow.
I talked to our friend Kurt Gins today. He said he has met Chuck Beebe a few times. And that's all I got out of him, because I don't like to converse with people. Especially not when they have anything interesting to say.
Yeah, like once they start telling you stuff, you're like, I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah, I never heard of Chuck Beebe, but I thought his art was awesome.
Oh yeah, it's great. The overall tone of the book reminds me a little bit of Invader Zim.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Just sort of that school is an oppressive place to be.
Right, yeah.
And freaks and weirdos will get picked on, but then they all have like these bigger adventures, outside of the schoolroom. And everything is also just super dark and violent.
Right.
Yeah. But funny at the same time.
Right.
And plays it up for laughs. For larfs.
And it is actually funny.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
This book is very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. I think you got your 15 cents worth.
I did.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Quite a bit, actually. It makes me wonder why I haven't read more stuff written by Mr. Rob G, because... Rick Spears. Rob G's the artist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not this artist.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I love Teenagers from Mars, and I thought this was great, too.
Right.
I know he's done, 10 other things, so...
A handful of other things,
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what he's up to lately, but, let's see, when did this come out?
Black metal!
Shit, fuck. That's fun. Has on the back the sort of genre description of this book. Grim supernatural rock and roll adventure.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is it's all about hell and demons and craziness and conjuring up things. There's witches and there's even a leviathan that eats a guy alive.
Right.
But it's still always fun and it's never too serious. It makes me wonder, why can't the bands do that? Why can't they have all this great imagery and awesome heavy stories, but make it fun?
Exactly. Or at least not be terrible people.
Yeah,
in real life.
I'm sure Chuck Beebe hasn't murdered anyone just to see what a corpse looks like.
Yeah, exactly. He's got an imagination for that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he's a comic artist. So that came out in 2007. I'm not sure when Volume 2 came out.
5 years ago. They should have 3 or 4 volumes by now.
You would think.
Come on, guys.
Disc. I do want to read the second volume now, though.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing that I was getting worried about when I was reading this book, because I knew there was a second volume, and I knew that as I was getting closer to the end, and it didn't seem like anything was going to be resolved.
Right? Yeah.
I started getting angry, and thought this might turn into a Takio type of situation, in which I'd
right. Where you're left hanging.
Yeah, and then overly priced, chapter 1.
Right.
But they do a pretty good job of wrapping up the story in this. I mean, they do leave it open for the sequel, but you're not disappointed.
No. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it does the best that anything should do. Leaves you wanting more.
That's right. Yeah, like right before the encore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is all about demons and hell, but of course it's also about metal.
Yeah.
And kids. High school kids.
Is it high school or junior high?
I think they're high school.
Okay.
Because there's driving involved.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do they go to school? Ronald Reagan High School or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's about these, the two main kids. Oh, no, it is junior high. Ronald Reagan Junior High School.
Okay.
Home of the Fighting Gippers. So it's about, these two kids, Sam and Sean Stronghand. And, they are twins, but they don't look alike. One of them is shorter than the other.
Yeah.
And they both have different constraints on their faces.
That's why they look different. So they're kind they're kind of outcasts, and they're adopted, and they feel a little disconnected because of that, and like they're at this school, it's a new school for them. Right,
they're bouncing around schools, they're bouncing around families. Mm-hmm. Their parents died when they were young. The mother died in childbirth. The father, I forget. Right. But but not to make that all sound depressing or anything like that, because it's not.
Yeah. It's a mother dying in childbirth and a deadbeat dad in the most fun way possible.
Exactly. But they are evil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But they have to face the horrors of going to the mall.
But they're evil in a very likable way.
Oh yeah.
Like they're not.
Like I said, it's like Invader Zim almost. Yeah.
It's like a cute evil.
Yeah.
But evil. Not like a cute kid trying to be evil, but it's like an evil kid who's just cute. Really cute about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know how much we want to give away of the story.
I'd say we can give away a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, something cool happens when they go to the mall.
Yeah. Well, they find a black metal album.
Yeah.
Because that is the only type of music that makes them feel good.
Yeah. It's not like a Hot Topic type store in the mall.
Yeah.
Like, they're really surprised to find a place that sells cool shit in a mall.
Right.
Confused.
What's the name of the band?
Frostax.
Frostax.
I think it's Frostax.
Yeah, Frostax. And it's really an awesome logo, too.
Yeah. It really is.
I mean, just for, being something in a...
the background.
In the background of a comic book,
right.
Hey, there's a Noctimistium
oh, nice.
shirt hanging in the background there, too.
I did not notice that. Of course, I wouldn't have known who it was.
Right. Then, of course, there is that, which is quite possibly the coolest thing ever. They discover the Frostax album, and it is too much metal for just one hand.
Right.
So they give it a double-handed horns up.
Your pinkies.
Yeah.
Just your pinkies, yeah. It's pretty metal. So something crazy happens.
Oh, yeah, they listen to the album, it gives them visions.
Yeah.
Of a war in hell.
Pretty awesomely drawn.
Oh, yeah.
He's got this style. Yeah, we said already that it was like kind of like Scott Pilgrim-ish.
Right.
But it also like kind of is Mignola-ish a little bit. Like it has
got a little Mignola in there.
I mean, it might just be because of the subject matter, right? But it kind of reminded me of that too. Like a good mix of like cartoony with a manga influence, but also Mignola influence or something. I don't know.
I can see that. But like you said, yeah, it's probably just because there's giant demons and
minotaurs and whatnot.
right.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look Mignola-ish the rest of the book. Just sort of when it gets to that part. I would say even more. I would say Guy Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Who was also incredibly awesome. But there's like one panel I just found that is definitely a Mignola influence panel.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, maybe even a little Jeff Smith, maybe in places too.
I'm not too familiar with Jeff Smith, so I couldn't say. But people like him. I'm sure he's an influence somewhere. Just not in this house.
Oh.
No, I got nothing against Jeff Smith.
So I'm sorry. Back to the story. Though.
Yeah. So basically, this album, makes them see visions, and then they decide to play it backwards.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
That's
what
one
you do.
does. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it takes them on a journey.
Oh yes, and gives them a gift.
Gives them a gift of a giant fucking sword.
It just kind of appears there in their room.
Yep. Well, they earned it too.
Yeah.
That's true. And so, of course, this just leads them to want to figure out who this band Frost Axe is, and tracks them down to California.
The City of Angels.
The City of Angels, but takes them straight down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This is incredibly boring.
Oh, you mean us, not the story.
No, not
the story was
just
good.
Us.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we're terrible at this. That's why. It's fun though. Like it's like it's like a kid's adventure story, but it's like laden with all this like horrific satanic imagery and black metal. Like it's like a really good mix. It's like the Goonies if Richard Donner was Burzum.
Alright. It's really good.
It's like, do we give away too much about the story?
I don't know. I just think people should read it.
Yeah, I mean,
track it down.
Yeah, because it's not just like there's more to the story. There's like it's a couple twists or like at least reveals. You don't necessarily want to know because the revealing of it is part of what makes it awesome.
Right, yeah. But solid characters, incredible art.
A little bit of love flair there for a second.
A little bit, yeah.
One of the twins has a crush on the weird girl at school, the girl who doesn't mind. She doesn't wash her hair, and she doesn't mind that there's bugs in her hair. And he's like, "That's awesome." I've been that guy before.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
No, my girlfriend does not have bugs in her hair.
No, I wasn't talking about her. I'm just saying that if she weren't around, I'm guessing that you probably still would be totally cool with
bugs in my lady's hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might be over that. But yeah, it's super fun. It's
fun. It's funny. Like we said, it's just it's everything that you want out of the music.
Yeah.
Of black metal, but you never get.
No. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. It's like you can tell these guys are fans of that whole, genre or whatever.
Right.
But
all the tropes of it.
And, but like. But like they filter it in this really fun way that makes it actually enjoyable.
They can kind of step back and make fun of it, and it's a little bit like Metalocalypse as well. They can. There's clearly a reverence for death metal and then that type of music, but at the same time, look how fucking ridiculous it also is.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like I never would have thought like, oh, they're ripping off. Death Clock, but it is like totally in that same
vein.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it makes me kind of want to like I guess maybe I should be like listening to more of my records backwards because I know I have listened to some backwards when I had a record player that would play backwards, you know, like you could just reverse it. But, obviously not the right ones. I never got any weapons. You know? I was probably listening to, like, Magnolia Electric Company backwards, and it's just like, oh, he sounds happy now instead of a depressed bastard.
Yeah, you probably won't be getting any kind of weapons or magical items out of backwards Damien Jurado album.
Probably not. Yeah,
that is the name I was trying to think of earlier.
Yeah.
Since most of my music is on the computer, I can just play everything backwards that I want. You know? I just don't want to go through that time.
You have to run it through some sort of modulator program or something.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow, Professor Fink, you're amazing.
I don't think my record player can play anything backwards, but I don't think I have anything worth playing backwards anyway.
I'm sure there's like something out there where, you know, they have recorded backwards, you know, like just to like be weird about it or like to seem demonic and make parents freak out and then thereby having their kids want to buy it, you know?
Right.
But I can't think of any. Like, I know there's like during the Motley Crue Dr. Feelgood solo, Mick Mars says something backwards or garbled or something. But I'm trying to think of any actual, like, just, you know, like, serious metal that I've listened to where there's something like that. I don't
think there is either.
It's probably more like the gimmicky, like, schlockier bands that are trying to, like, just, you know, get the PMRC to notice them.
Right. Yeah, well, I don't know what else to say, really.
Just thumbs way up, right?
Thumbs way up, yeah.
Pretty fucking metal.
Fuck yeah. Alrighty then. Want to take a break?
Sure.
Alright.
To the gods, rock and roll. Freaking so wild, nobody's wild. Give it all that you got. Wild and so right, metal tonight, faster than over the top. Open the door, enter hell's door. Black is the code for tonight. Atomic force, feel no remorse. Crank up the amps, now it's night. Black metal. Black metal. Black metal. Black metal. Black metal. Lay down your soul to the gods, rock and roll. Metal tenfold through the deadly black hole. Riding out stallions, bareback and free. Taking our chances with raw energy. Come ride the night with us, rock on and fight. United by legions we stand. Freak on and wild force, give up your souls. Live for the Christ Satan's band. Steam, nuclear screams, warheads already Oh, black metal.
What up? Welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Hello. Yes. Should you have done that before we went on?
Oh, what? Well, we were being quiet before we went on. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No.
So how the hell are you?
I'm alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yourself?
Not too bad.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear.
I've been worse. I've been better.
Yeah.
But I'm good.
That's good, I guess. Yeah. How bad did it get this week?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, alright.
Nothing's bad.
Okay.
Nothing's bad. I've just been really tired. I feel like I've been running around a lot, like crazy.
No,
Like
stop.
like a crazy madman.
Stop running around. Stop doing shit.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. How much do I owe you?
$50.
That was amazing advice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm looking forward to, I guess next week. I just found out today I don't have to work. My job is closed on Labor Day.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. You?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sweet.
Because I'm an American.
Yeah.
Yeah. I work for the military-industrial complex. We do not work on government holidays.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, most government holidays.
Mm-hmm.
There's some we still have to work on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A President's Day.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, the way we work it at in my office is we either get Martin Luther King Day off or we get President's Day off. And for some reason, this woman who works in the office always insists that we take Martin Luther King Day off. And that does not make me happy. And not for any reasons that you are thinking of right now. The reasoning is because Martin Luther King Day falls on like January 15th, or around about there.
Right.
Middle of January. When we have just come off having, vacations all through like the end of December.
Yeah.
So basically there's only like 2 weeks between the last time we had off and the next time we get off.
Right.
And then we don't get off again until May because we're not taking President's Day off. Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
We should take President's Day off so that we get a break like in a month.
They should just let you individually decide. That'd be cool, right? That way she can take
Oh yeah, she's the one who's deciding.
But I mean, like she could take that day off and you could take the other day off. That's the way
I don't think that works that way.
They should do it.
It should work that way. But yeah, okay, every year, she's like, so we're getting Martin Luther King Day off? And my boss is like, well, I don't know, we'll have to see what happens. And then we wind up getting it off, and then we have to work President's Day.
Does she hate the presidents, or does she love Mr. King?
I just don't think she wants to work.
Oh, she's like, I get this day off. Like, what if she's thinking, like, what if I drop dead next week? I need, I should enjoy this day off.
Nah,
it doesn't make
sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I've tried to convince everyone that we shouldn't get Martin Luther King Day off, but then my other coworker, he's like, well, I know we always get it off because I always wind up doing camping. God damn it. Why is everyone against me on this?
Well, yeah.
Because we just had time off. That is the only issue, is that we had just had time off, and if we take that day off, then we're not going to have another day off for like 4 months.
Right.
Because we don't get Easter off or anything like that.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm just excited because I'm not used to having any holidays off other than Christmas.
No.
So I'm looking forward to, now that I work at a place where they do close for the holidays.
No.
That's pretty awesome. Because Mavericks will be open on Labor Day.
Right.
But I'm not working on Labor Day.
Well, it's because all the nerds will be off and they'll need to go buy their magic
Yep.
on Labor Day.
They will.
Mavericks closes some holidays, right?
We close early. But we're always open other
New
than
Year's?
Christmas. New Year's Day we're open. Yep.
Thanksgiving?
Open.
Really?
Remember you did the sign that was like, our Thanksgiving hours are like 10 to 4 that
I thought I
day?
was making a sign for you being closed on Thanksgiving.
No, maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Why would you be open on Thanksgiving?
That's a good question.
Although, I gotta admit that as a person who doesn't enjoy get-togethers or spending time with my family,
A lot of our clientele are like that.
yeah, I would much, I would like, maybe to have the option to run to a comic shop and, buy something.
I think that's what he's thinking, that we'd probably be the only one open.
Right. You probably are.
Yeah.
Because I doubt Booker is open. I doubt Bell Book is open.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, I've also never been into any of those places on any of those holidays either. So.
But yeah, pretty stoked. You got any Labor Day plans?
Yeah.
No. You sound really excited. Are you going to the comic shops that are open?
If I can. Well, I mean, obviously, if you're going to not work there at your other job on Monday, then surely you're going to be working at Mavericks on Monday.
They don't know that I'm not working. This is the test. If they listen to the podcast, like good friends and coworkers should, they'll find out and they can have me come in. But we all know that me and you are the only two people listening. Oh, no, Jeremy Anderson and Brian John Mitchell are listening.
Well, they don't work there.
No, exactly.
Not anymore, anyway.
Right.
I mean, you remember the days when Brian John Mitchell worked there, right?
Oh, yeah. Wow, was that him? I thought his name was David Clary back then.
That is a grave insult to Brian John Mitchell.
Oh.
That is the worst insult I've ever heard lobbied against anyone.
Oh. I actually had lunch with David Clary last night.
That is too bad.
Oh.
That is also an insult to you.
I enjoyed it. We had a good time.
Yeah, every 2 years my mom throws a massive cookout / party / family reunion thing on Labor Day. And that is happening this year again. And I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do not want to go.
Are we recording on Monday this year? Because we could use that as an excuse to leave early, at least. Because I don't have any Labor Day plans.
Right. Well, the thing is that there's nothing happening on Monday.
Right.
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay. Okay. I gotcha.
People are leaving and going home on Monday.
Right.
And my mom is cleaning the house and, fixing the wreckage on Monday. So there's nothing happening there.
So if we record Sunday night,
Exactly.
He just has an excuse to leave early.
And we're doing drawing on Saturday night, so I'm using that excuse there too.
There you go.
I do not want to spend a maximum cumulative of more than 2 hours there.
Oh, wow. For the 2 days?
Yeah.
That's gonna be rough.
Is going to be impossible. I am going to see if I can just not come at all.
Yeah.
And this is nothing against, well, it's kind of, but it's mostly nothing against my family or anything like that. But there will be like 30, 40 people there.
Yeah.
I'm not good with 5 people.
Right.
It's
just too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm better with crowds than you are, and I'm not comfortable with 30 people.
Especially 30 people that I'm, pretty much just barely know.
Right.
I mean, they're all aunts and uncles and...
They're broods.
Right. But, I mean, they don't usually bring their broods, but, I don't think anyone really has a brood in our family. But, and they're all also in their... I think the youngest one is probably 60.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The youngest one?
The youngest uncle or aunt. Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So my mom has 2 sisters and 3 brothers. And this is mostly that is the side of the family that is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple of my cousins will probably show up, but and they do have their own families too. But yeah, there's going to be like a bunch of people there, and I'm since I have decided to not drink anymore. There's that going against it.
That makes it even more harder, yeah.
Yeah. Not dealing well with crowds. Not dealing well with crowds of people who want to talk to me, but I have nothing to say to them or to anyone. I don't want to have to keep repeating the exact same questions that I always answer every time. Yes, I do still work in Cincinnati. No, I do not draw anymore. Because that is what I tell them, to not have the conversation.
Yeah. Aww. Maybe they're genuinely interested in your art.
Don't care.
Yeah. What if one of them knows a guy that knows a guy? And they
Don't care.
Alright.
It was bad enough that some of these people are friends with me on Facebook. Because I still feel like I need to just withhold stuff.
Right.
When I should just be going absolutely batshit.
You talk about art on Facebook, don't you?
A couple times. I link to things I drew.
Okay. Well then,
You know. Then I definitely shouldn't be having those conversations.
right.
Because they know. So don't talk to me about it.
Oh yeah, okay, so they either know and they just shouldn't ask,
Right.
or they don't know and you don't want
Exactly.
to. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to convince my mom to be okay with me not showing up at all.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
Good luck with
it's-
that.
Not gonna work.
That's why I hate Facebook. It just reminded me of or any of those sort of things. It's like, cause it's so, I mean, I know you can defriend certain people, but if you've got all these people who you are friends with, but you want to share aspects with some of them and not others, it's like,
That's what private messages were.
right.
Yeah.
But if you just wanted to post stuff for all to see.
I mean, I don't care. It's fucking the internet and nobody pays attention to you anyway.
Right.
I mean, that is the bolts and nuts of the internet. Anything you say will be ignored
Right.
by everyone. So, that doesn't matter.
Unless you're Rob Life.
Right. You want to get into that?
Oh, sure. What
Okay. Let me just say with this one last thing, there is one good positive thing coming out of this whole party shindig thing. I get to take care of some kitties.
Oh, see? There
Yeah.
you go.
My mom has decided that, I've mentioned before, she has 3 cats. 2 of them are assholes, 1 of them is awesome. She's keeping the awesome one for the weekend. And the 2 assholes are going to be kept at her shop, which is right next door to my apartment. So I get to take care of them, and make sure that they remain alive for the 4 days that they're going to be there.
Well, that's cool. Maybe there'll be less of assholes if they're...
Well, one of them will be awesome, or at least slightly awesome. Not as awesome as Max, because that is impossible.
Yeah, Max is great.
Yeah, but the other one, the super asshole. Luckily, that's a small place. He's not going to have a lot of places to hide, so I can grab him and force him to take a petting or 2.
Try to socialize him a little.
That's never going to happen. He's lived in my parents' house for 9 years now, and he's always been an asshole. Continues to be an asshole. Probably will always be an asshole. So anyway, Rob Liefeld, your buddy, your pal, your number 1 super guy.
That's Hong Kong Phooey you're thinking of.
He's not Hong Kong Phooey?
I've never seen them in the same place at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So apparently he's having a meltdown.
Yeah, what is going on with that poor guy?
Well, it's everybody else's fault.
Oh, okay.
And he's awesome and you suck. So shut the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone, you stupid little dick.
Signed, Rob Liefeld.
Signed, Rob Liefeld. Paraphrasing, but not that much.
That's crazy.
He's an asshole.
What is going on? Why would he all of a sudden just...
I don't
flip
think
out?
it's all of a sudden.
Right. Well, I don't know. I read actually like a month or 2 ago, I visited his blog and I read, and he was like being really nice and talking about like artists and writers that he liked and like how, I mean, he just seemed like...
That's called spin.
Yeah. Why would he...
And also disingenuity.
I don't know, it was so... I mean, there's so much of it, though. I just really believed it.
Apparently he's just a massive asshole who wants to blame everybody for, things going horribly wrong.
Is it like his books...
Except for himself.
Like, you mean like his book's not selling well?
Right.
Right.
But he'll claim that they sell well, even though the evidence is that they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I guess for, I don't know who would listen to the show that doesn't know,
Right.
but, so Rob Liefeld quit DC, this is last week, claiming, editorial indecision and editorial interference. Which is fair, because I think like 3 other people have quit DC basically citing the same things.
Mm-hmm.
The differences between them and Rob Liefeld is that they left DC with no fanfare whatsoever, and then were eventually interviewed, and they just sort of kind of casually mentioned that this is kind of the reason why they left. Rob Liefeld went immediately to Twitter and said, "I'm leaving DC, and it's because my editor is a dick."
Do you think he was drunk or something, or?
Well, according to him, he hasn't touched alcohol in over 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't he like 30 years old?
I think he was like 40-something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because for some reason that did come up during his meltdown.
All right.
So he proceeded then to, well, I guess, someone asked a Marvel editor if since, Rob Liefeld had left DC, is there any chance that he'd, maybe come back and do some work at Marvel? And the Marvel editor said, yeah, I'm not getting aboard that train. Cause Rob Liefeld is burning every single bridge that he possibly can at this point.
Crazy. I wonder how because you know how, I mean, he hasn't really been doing much work at Image, like occasional variant covers or whatever for the books that are relaunched from his creations. Do you think that's still going alright with him? Or?
I don't know. I mean, those books are still coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly it would be bad PR for him to, like, you know, immediately come out and start announcing that he's canceling those books or whatever.
But that, I mean, is that even his choice? Does he still own all of it?
Yeah, he owns all of it. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, if he wanted Glory to just be canceled, they...
Right, yeah,
okay.
that's him. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Well, I seriously hope he does some sort of crazy, badass, air quotes, awesome, creator-owned, like, thing at Image. Because I'd love to see something just, like, weird and off the wall and, like, full of pouches and guns and, you know, I'd love to see him just go balls deep.
So it doesn't, so this is one instance where it does not bother you that he is just a complete dick.
You know,
And then completely unprofessional.
he is the black metal of cartoonists. He is the bosom of comic artists. But like I was telling you the other day, I really think that guy is just, he's never been anything other than a 13-year-old boy.
Right.
I think he doesn't realize how to behave or like how to be nice or whatever. He's just, yeah, I think, and like, you know, and even in his writing and his drawing, it's like, it looks like a 13-year-old wrote it and drew it. And like,
right.
And like, I think every aspect of his life is that way. I don't know, I just feel like he's eternally a 13-year-old kind of, you know, bratish kind of kid.
I can totally see that. It's, I think one of those things, because he got his big break when he was like, what, 17, 19?
Oh yeah,
like
I think
that.
it was 17, yeah.
So basically, like he became famous at like, you know, a very young age. And whatever his mentality was at that point in time, that is him forever.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, cause I think that's what happens. That's what happens to like sports stars who, you know, get drafted into the majors like directly out of, you know, college or high school. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't have a chance to, you know, grow up and be human.
Right.
You know, they just stay stuck as, you know, the you know, jockey, you know, brats that they are.
Right.
And now they have millions of dollars on top of it.
Right. And like, why change? I'm obviously doing it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's why those people like start shooting at each other and then carrying guns and breaking the law because they don't give a shit because, you know, well, why should they?
I have a feeling that I would not like to be a Rob Liefeld's friend. Like, I would not want to hang out with him.
Because he would absolutely throw you under the bus the first chance that he gets when he thinks that something is your fault.
Exactly.
Even though it might be his fault.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like, you know, maybe not an awesome guy, but I really enjoy reading his comics. Like, especially, like, it's a really good, like, you know, like, I was thinking about this the other day, like, I was looking through all these old mixtapes I have, and like, it'll be like all these like hardcore punk bands, like, you know, and like metal and whatever, and then like right in the middle of it, like, you know, like my friend Nick would make these tapes for me. It'd be like all this crazy extreme music, and all of a sudden it'd be like, you know, Bad, or Beat It by Michael Jackson, and then I'd go right back into all the metal.
Right.
Like his comics are like a really good, like a rest stop from like most of the other kind of comics I read. Cause I really like stuff that's a little more like, you know, artsy and sad and like weird.
Right. But there are so many other comics out there that you could be reading that are that, but good.
Right. Well, I know, but like it's like, it's refreshing to me because of how like just unfiltered and evolved like his comics making art. It reminds me more of like the stuff that me and these, you know, other dudes would draw in like our woodshop class.
Right.
Like, you know, I mean, like it really does remind me of that kind of stuff. So like, I don't think it's good, but I really enjoy it. And I'll probably buy whatever he does. I mean, like, maybe if he goes crazy and like rants and like just becomes a complete,
Well, he's already there.
I know, that's what I was trying to think of, like words like, well, I guess he's already doing this, but
he is 100% there.
Oh, man.
I mean, you know, he started out by indirectly making a jab at like Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, who have been working on Batman. So Scott Snyder like sent him like a direct message, say, "Hey, are you talking about me?" And then they had like this whole conversation, which then Rob Liefeld posted the entire private conversation online,
Right.
and basically where he just insults Scott Snyder the entire time. That's a dick move.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and yeah, then he, you know, he talked about his artist on Grifter and how much of a piece of shit he was. It's everybody else's fault.
All right.
You know, Rob Liefeld is untouchable. He is not to blame for the failure of 3 books.
I'll have to go to his site and read some, because I mean, you know, it's not like I don't believe you. I just want to see like how
It's not going to be on his site, and it's not going to be
like if he's talking.
Because if you go to his site, it's going to be his side of the story,
Right.
which of course he is going to come out as angelic as possible in it.
I just was curious if like on his actual blog he's like, yeah, these motherfuckers, you know, like if he's
Right.
Charlie Sheening it up on there too.
Oh, he is totally Charlie Sheening it up on Twitter. I don't know about his site, because why would I ever go to his fucking site?
Oh, there's so much good artwork there. That's why. Oh, that's crazy. That's too bad. I wish he was just like this weird anomaly of, you know, like I said, like, you know, the early 90s done by a teenager that just has, you know, it's just continued to exist and never evolve and progress, but yeah, but also with him not being an asshole, that would have been great. Cause yeah, now I'm faced with a tough choice, cause, like, first of all, you know, like, as a retailer, like, you know, I can't stop ordering his books just because, like, you know, if I didn't like the guy.
Right.
You know, but...
Well, why? Jeremy knows it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, people have to special order books written by Joe Casey at Mavericks. Yeah, but I mean, personally though, I don't know if I'd consider, you know, if he goes off the deep end and like, is this crazy asshole, I don't know if I want to support him with my own money.
Right.
So that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah. I don't know. I bought G.G. Allen records. I guess I can still buy Rob Liefeld comics. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a special case.
Yeah. Like, yeah, just this, and there was an incident like 2 weeks ago that was similar to this, and I mean, he's just doing it for the attention.
Right.
And like I said, it's, you know, everything that happens is somebody else's fault, it's not his.
Right. He's doing it as like this, like, smoke screen of like, oh, my books are great, everybody
Right.
loves me, it's just, here's the problem.
Right. Cause yeah, he did even come out and say that, you know, well, you know, on Hawkman and Grifter and Deathstroke, all the sales rose with his time on it, even though I think it's only been 3 issues so far. Then I saw sales figures from those issues, and I think there was a slight jump in Deathstroke, and then it just went back down again.
Right.
And it was just a continuing downward trend from Grifter and Hawkman, from the first issues of those. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Deathstroke was declining, and then, I think we actually ordered more of the first one that Liefeld did, like number 9 or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, I can tell you, there's, like, as a retailer, I've thought about that a lot, how, some of those figures are askew because the artist sees, like, oh, my book sold really well, but in reality, like, we
order it.
Yeah, we upped our order.
Tonight.
Exactly, yeah,
Right.
we upped our order, but we still have more Deathstroke number 9s than we have number 8s flying around.
Right.
Even though, it looks like they sold better, but,
Right.
they probably didn't.
I mean, he gets paid either way.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, the whole comic retailer thing is kind of an antiquated, way of doing that business anyway. Because I mean, you look at bookstores, they count the sales to the store, and then they even count the sales to the individual.
Right.
Where that doesn't exist in comics, unless it's like through a digital medium. Where they do kind of keep track of that, but also they're not looking at digital mediums very seriously yet. I don't know.
Yeah, it's too bad. That is really too bad.
What the fuck?
Oh, the aliens have landed. That sound can only mean one thing, and we don't know what it is.
Yeah, all right.
If anyone knows, please write in and tell us.
While I find your love of Rob Liefeld to be fascinating, and I find him to be the world's biggest asshole, we've talked about him far too much on this show.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about him for a while anymore.
Unless something crazy
Unless something super duper crazy happens again.
Like if he, kills Tony Moore or something.
Right, yeah. So yeah. I guess I'll pick a movie and we can go.
That's cool. That's cool.
Unless you got anything else?
Nah. I'll just, can I give out a personal message to Rob if he's listening? Just
No.
grow up. Just grow up.
Alright. Pick a movie?
Sure.
Pick a movie?
Yeah.
Alright. So this next movie that I'm gonna pick, this is, let me just say that I had a completely different movie in mind than what I am actually picking. And I'm still going to pick that other movie in the near future. Jesus Christ.
I think it's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other movie that I had in mind, I'm still going to pick in the near future. But I decided on this movie because it is something that we have actually talked about for a very long time about watching for the show.
Oh, yeah?
And the opportunity to watch it has not really been there until this weekend.
Ooh, this is interesting.
The movie that I am picking is called Bare Knuckles.
Wow. I am pretty darn excited about this.
It is a movie that you and I have actually seen the last 10 minutes of before.
Yeah. Maybe not even that. Maybe
not
like
even
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it was on TV one night when you came over, and it was just ending. And we're like, that looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And it is not available on DVD, or not cheaply anyway. And then the DVD that it is available on is a trashy double disc with some other movie I don't care to see.
All right.
But it is available on Netflix Instant, which when I had it was not very good. It would basically buffer for
Right.
like 5 minutes and then
Oh.
only show you like 30 seconds of the movie before it buffers again.
That's impossible. I can't imagine watching a movie that way.
It is bullshit to watch a movie that way. But a couple weeks ago, I got brand new cable internet,
Yeah, you did.
and it is super duper high speed. And then this past weekend, I decided, what the fuck? I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and get Netflix Instant again. And after watching 8 hours of Breaking Bad last night on Netflix Instant, I can say that the streaming service works like a charm.
Nice.
So we are gonna watch us some
Yes.
fucking bare knuckles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woot! I'm pretty excited. I can't remember the last time I've been this excited about a gutter trash movie, actually. This is awesome. But we've had the whole ending spoiled for us.
Yeah.
Not at all. Oh, that's awesome.
Alrighty then. Yeah.
I guess I'll go home and prepare for that.
Alright then.
Because it looks like a pretty freaking action-packed movie.
Oh yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. Alrighty. Well, let's get out of here. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook. Or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.